Hi there. Today I'm having my lunch at this restaurant, what you see behind me here, called Adel, and it's a modern Jewish restaurant. They've been open for 1.5 years and they are established here in Kyiv. The restaurant has been inspired by the market food and fresh produce. And if you're in Ukraine, do check this out. It is quite highly rated. It has been referred to me by one of my friends. The restaurant has outdoor sitting, indoor sitting as well. But right now, as you can see, it's about 32 degrees here and I'm sitting outside over there eating my lunch. So let's go ahead and check the lunch out. So yeah, this is the chicken. And it looks delicious. As you can probably check out my Instagram page if you want to see more photos of food. I always update every day what I eat and where I am, so follow the link for that. Yeah, it's a pretty nice place to sit and relax. It is warm today. It's pretty, I think it's about 30 or something, but the food, well, it looks delicious. So let's go ahead and try this food. So there we have it. I finished my meal and this is what the plate looks like. That just says food was good. So if you're in Ukraine and Kyiv, do come and check this place out. I will leave the link in the video description below. And now I've got to find my accommodation. Today I'm going to be staying in a hostel, but I have got myself a room there. So now I've got to make my way to the hostel, and I think the hostel is on the other side of the town. So I'm going to try to grab a Uber or Bolt, see which one's the cheaper option between them two, and get my room there. This is my room in a hostel. So I'm just going to take you on a quick tour. I will leave the link in the description below to check out if you are interested in staying in this hostel when you come to Kyiv. So this is the room. It's ensuite. It's got a little hanger here to hang your clothes and stuff. Behind me you can see it's a double bed, and that's the window. It's a loft room, which means the views are not great from here. Actually, you can just see the sky. Toilet, shower and toilets are in here. And you got a small desk and a chair, which is ideal for me to do some work or do video editing. It does have a AC here. It's nice, needed for summer. The heater there, which is needed in winter. If you're visiting Kyiv in winter, it does get really cold here, up to -10 or -15. But in summer, right now it's 32 degrees, so it's pretty warm. So yeah, AC is must have. So that's my room. We do have a small TV here as well. This hostel is called Dream Hostel and it's in Kyiv. Good thing about staying in a hostel is you get a room there, or you could even get a bunk bed here for like $8 or something, and the room was about $25. But the good thing about this is that you get to meet so many people in the lobby. Downstairs they got a common area where you meet up and you can have a coffee or a chat with someone that they are solo traveling as well, just like you. If you're traveling by yourself and you stayed in a hotel or even in Airbnb, you won't meet anybody in to talk to or interact with. Well, as if you're in a hostel, you're going to meet like-minded people just like you doing a travel adventure. So hostels are ideal if you're doing a solo backpacking tour or just traveling on your own, because it's a good way to make new friends and meet new people. Is the Dream Hostel, the building you see behind me there. That's where I stayed actually, and I had an ensuite room. Staying in hostel is a good idea. You get to meet a lot of people. If you're doing solo backpacking, then you should check out staying in hostels. This way you will meet a lot of people. People are genuinely friendly who's traveling. They will talk to you and share some information and advice. Staying in Airbnb is a good idea also, but the hostels are much better, cleaner and safer. One way to check out which hostel is good and bad or not good to stay in is to check out hostel hostel.com, where you can see the ranking, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. And this ranking comes from people who already stayed in hostels. Then what they will do is they'll leave their feedback, and this is how the rankings are built. General rule of thumb for me is to stay in a hostel which has ranking higher than 8. This way you will get nice clean hostels. Some hostels are pricey, some are cheaper, but it's what you pay is what you get in this world. So try to stay in slightly expensive hostel. They intend to be more safer. If you are sharing a dorm, then do not leave your stuff around. Make sure you put it in the locker, bring a lock with you, as you know, some people might take stuff, some people might steal clothes. You got to remember that there are less fortunate people than you are in this world, so therefore make sure you always secure your luggage and do not leave your phone lying around while you go for shower or etc. So as you can see, hostels are not a bad place to stay as long as you do your research. So now we're going to go and check out this old part of Kyiv, which is on this side here. So this is the center of the square. This is the big giant Ferris wheel where you can see the whole city from there. It's pretty tall. And also over here behind me is people renting out some scooters, segways, even small go-karts, electric ones, where you can just take him around and ride it around here. And surprisingly, this old part of town still has a lot of greenery. There are a lot of trees here. So let's go and check this whole city out. This is the old part of Kyiv. On the other side, there are people selling merchandise, old books, medals, coins, everything like this. The market here is quite long actually. Goes on that street there and also on that street there. So we're going to walk this way first and then we'll do a circle around. This part of Kyiv is really old. You get to see a lot of old buildings, and the architecture here is beautiful buildings behind me. As you can see, one of them is being this one, and a few over there in the distance. As you can see, the weather is really beautiful today. It's quite sunny outside. The sunset today is about 8:28 in the evening, and the sunrise was 5:39 in the morning. So as you can see, we got a lot of daylight hours. This is summertime in Ukraine. This is August 2020. It's still during the pandemic time, so this is post-pandemic travel. You do have to wear a face mask when you go inside the shop and when you travel in public transport. Here in the street, a lot of sellers are wearing face masks, and also when you go to restaurants, all these staff, they do wear face masks as well. So let's go and check out this old part of Kyiv. Behind me here, it has a lot of restaurants This does get really busy in the evening. Right now it's afternoon, mid-sun heat, and it's not that busy, but you can still see a lot of people eating in this. The whole street behind me is full of restaurants and aroma kava, which is like kava is the Ukrainian word for coffee. So a lot of coffee shops here, and there are a lot of colorful, beautiful looking churches in this part of town. On this side here we got this beautiful park and this sign. This is a small park. Today I'm having breakfast at this place called Vlog3, which is like a local Kyiv restaurant. This is located in the old part of Kyiv, and I'm having latte. And for breakfast, I'm having a frying pan with chicken, mozzarella, potatoes, and eggs. So let's enjoy. Let's go ahead and eat.